Don't you want your donuts right? Oh, hey, don't you ever fuck with me, boy. Do you know me now? I'm a bad man.
Mr. O with the info.
This is an American Douchebag Productions.
DJ Watt out.
Stop playing with me, cannon in my hand, and I'll be damned if any man disrespect me on my land. Intercept a nigga plans, an effective ass nigga. I'm the fireman, but I wet that ass nigga. My vessel pump liquor, I'm a special ass nigga. No front, and I'm in front of these extra last niggas. I'm a extra bad nigga, I'm a sideways shooter. Open up the a body, fuck the highway troopers, cause nowadays dudes run and tell a trooper, so I hope that same trooper could find you when I lose you. Hey, these niggas talking out the side of they medullas. Preserve a nigga, put his body in the cooler, turn him into ice, call me Wheezy the jeweler. Run up on me, boy, and get smoked like Buddha. Who the fuck wanna get it in your next breath? Gasoline on your doorsteps. Fire.
DJ Watt out.
I'm the fireman, fire for fireman. Smoke it up and I'ma put you out. I love it tough when the time hurts. You know. Yeah.
Right out, drop that.
Other than a bird flu, I am the Birdman Jr. And you niggas just bird food. We living in the whirlpool. You gotta eat or get ate, and you look like bait. Don't you stick one hand over the gate. This dog treat you niggas just like steak dinner. I'm that nigga. Take a break. My fuck up is a perfect mistake. I'm great.
DJ White out.
Renegade music, my flow stupid. I'm cold, I spit mucus. I'm tight like sutures. Righteous, ruthless, strap, shoot ya. We rich, suers, snitch, leave them, ditch, suers. Pushing up daisies, roses, petunias, wakes, funerals, service, communion. I'm hotter than the motherfucking Hot Boys reunion. Wait a I'm a fireman, fireman. You just walk it up and I'ma put you down. They say I love you till when the time hurts.
All right. We can stop sharing that. Burn this city.
It's a very thrilling sight here at the Municipal Auditorium. The house lights dim as the maestro takes his place on the podium.
What's happening, yo? What's happening, though? It's your man, Mr. O with the info. Give me what you need to know, but you ain't here for me though. Whoo, burn, baby, burn. All right, burn, baby, burn. LA, big city of dreams. But everything in LA ain't always what it seems. A case you have not been listening to your local news, other podcasters and people talking about this situation. It appears it's a lot of chaos and turmoil going on in La La Land, the city of angels, otherwise known as Los Angeles. You know, Los Angeles has been going through a lot of things for the last couple of years. You know, besides mass immigration, wildfires destroying whole entire communities, the political climate in that particular region, especially with the black and brown coalition or lack thereof. It seems that the temperature is rising, no pun intended, in the state of California, from the leadership to its residents. It seems like everybody is very, very, very upset and angry. It appears that the state of California, the highest racial makeup of California, that be the Latinos, but not the legal law-abiding ones, mainly the illegal immigrants that thought they could find sanctuary in states like California, Texas, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Maine, etc., etc. All on taxpayer dime, mind you. Mind you. They was very comfortable during the Biden and Harris administration when they were just given the golden tickets to just live in these certain areas and places with taxpayers' money, help, housing, fooding, and everything in between. And the black population of the same area that was born there, raised there, worked there, contributed there, and some of them died there without even get their reparations, not be able to get some of their economic footing in said city, always getting pushed out or pushed back. And now the same residents, even the same people in the political landscape that was running the city who has such negative feelings towards the black population, even ridiculing one of their own for even saying that why y'all even care about him? He's with the blacks. Ironically, it seems that everything supposed to be buried down in a hatchet since Trump is in office, and we as black and brown people need to hold hands and stop this mass immigration that black people in general in that city shouldn't, I mean, really shouldn't partake in because of the so-called history of the riots. We have seen enough as black people in that particular city. In case you didn't know about the Watts riots in 1965, you know, when they had a young man basically in racial profile during a fight in which escalated the police harassing and beating that man. And I think he was with his mom too. And it continued for days on end till thousands of businesses was destroyed, lives was lost. It became a media spectacle even higher at that time. And it just displayed that black folks getting beaten, getting hosed down, and everything is in between. Dogs sick on them. Fast forward to 1992, same city. Same type of situation. This time involving a man by the name of Rodney King. You know, a man of scrupulous character, probably had some type of addiction, was just riding around minding his business, getting pulled over by LAPD, you know, and without the assistance and help of a bystanders with a video camera at the time, you know, shout out to the video cam crew even back then. You know, we have the cell phones, so we got that right at our fingertips. Who would have thought that this man at that time would be able to have a camcorder with a videotape, be able to record at that time, writing live and living color, the beating, the actual beating of a black man by LAPD with batons. And for not just a few seconds, I'm talking about onslaught for minutes and minutes until his face was just a bloody pulp, swelled up and caught on video camera. Just for them same officers to be put on trial amongst their peers, ironically, and found not guilty, that led to one of the most deadliest, most, man, carnage. You talking about destruction in South Central LA during the 1992 riots, in which we have the Latino population of that time in that era, in that area, saying that, see, we was there with y'all when they acquitted Rodney King, and y'all basically was frustrated and angry, want to go ahead and get back in the system. We was there. Yeah, y'all was there to help us loot. Where was y'all there when they was going through the trial? Was y'all there speaking your mind and basically being supportive of the black population at the time during the Rodney King incident? No. Only when it benefits the so-called outcome of y'all probably be able to get some looted shit. Same as a matter of fact, how y'all did 5 years ago here in the city of Chicago with the riots for George Floyd with Black Lives Matter and Tifa. Yeah, y'all was in solidarity when the riots started, and y'all helped destroy the areas, looting and everything. But now, since majority of y'all that's illegal is getting deported, which y'all was brought here illegal anyway by Biden, who was just being defiant and want to go ahead and cost taxpayers money to go up and get future Democrats, hopefully, to go and continue this thing of theirs of putting Americans out of work and letting the foreigners and everybody else take over. And we as black people just supposed to help y'all out with that and just accept it. Right. So I got a couple of clips of what's going on. I think I'll go ahead with Twitter first. We just gonna take a look, see on what's everybody's talking about, or lack thereof, what's going on in LA right now. But first, as y'all come in, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to choose to donate, you can sock it to my pocket at Cash App $MISTRO070. And you can hit my email if you want to go ahead and support the content. All right, let's get this show on the road. Right.
Second, they adopted sanctions. The scenes we are seeing in Los Angeles right now are absolutely horrifying. And California's radical political leadership has done everything possible to usher in this chaos. First of all, they aided and abetted Biden's open border, which was worse in California than anywhere. Second, they adopted sanctuary policies that prevent ICE from being able to conduct immigration operations in the safest and most orderly fashion in a custodial setting. Number three, they massively have funded radical groups that are now going out and providing coordinates to people throughout LA for where ICE operations are taking place. Number four, they've actually released a lot of dangerous criminals from our jails through early release policies, so there are plenty of people out there who are willing to stir up trouble. And then number 5, they're adding fuel to the fire, literal fires, with incendiary rhetoric that are vilifying our law enforcement officers, that are vilifying federal officials. And then worst of all, the governor is refusing to take action to keep the community. The entire country has seen what his failed policies have done to our state. I yield back.
My bad. Y'all probably didn't see that last part. Let me go ahead and rewind that. My bad.
And then worst of all, the governor is refusing to take action to keep the community safe. Right now, the entire country has seen what his failed policies have done to our state. I yield back.
Yeah, see again, Biden and the like had caused this kind of turmoil for the American people and general society. Yep, contracting is a shit show. Is it a shit show or is it a psyop? That is the question. I mean, we have seen this kind of play employed before, you know. Riot this, destroy property that, gentrification, all the other stuff like that. We see this type of play before. But let's continue. Now, anti-ICE protesters burned and spat. Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this, right? Appreciate contract. Appreciate you. Now, y'all see this, right? Anti-ICE protesters burned and spat on the American flag amid unrest in Los Angeles over the weekend. So, yeah, y'all want to come to this country. This beautiful land. I mean, it's got fucked up things. Don't get it twisted. I'm not delusional. I know how this American climate is. You know what I'm saying? We are not gonna play them so-called we shall overcome games though tonight either. Unfortunately, this is not our fight, brethren, sister of the Latino persuasion. Let's take a look. See.
We stand with the people of the world. We don't believe we stand with the people of the world. We stand with the people of the world against U.S. imperialism. Down with U.S. imperialism!
Yeah! Look at him. Said down with U.S. imperialism. Well, I mean, wait, what?
And this is not just a good gesture. This is something we need to make real.
Hold on. America's imperialism. To be imperial, we have to be in Mexico. I know. Y'all want to go ahead and be technical. Say California is no. We ain't gonna get into the technicalities tonight either. We are too far gone on that. We just want to go and say, look, y'all have y'all land, we have ours. For some reason, you want to come over to our land when it's beneficial, the land of plenty, the milk and honey, all that, etc. But you come over to our land, want to accept our goods, but want to be disrespectful at the same time. Just like the Somalis in Minnesota, let's not be forgetting.
We need to bring down this empire. Make it great like 92. Make it great like 92. ICE, we need a vote of you.
Whoa, make it great like 92. Whoa, what?
We need to bring down this empire. Make it great like 92. Make it great like 92. ICE, we ain't afraid of you. ICE, we ain't afraid of you. Repeat after me. It is right to rebel. It is right to rebel. ICE can't get
Go to hell, huh? Wow.
LA around? This is where Tongva women, like Toy Perina, planned rebellions in 1785 to push the colonizers and their missions off her land. This is where the first Chinatown built by Chinese Americans is. 18 Chinese men and boys were lynched here in 1871, and they still chose to rebuild. This is home to the LA garment strikes. In the 1930s, thousands of garment workers, mostly Latinas, walked out of shops in downtown LA for 26 days. They got a 40-hour work week and fair pay.
See, this is what happens when y'all get involved with other people shit. You know. I just had to show y'all a snippet of what happens when you hey, he look like I mean, he probably got all the races up in him, so he don't know which fight to go ahead and defend for. So I guess he had to go ahead and make this particular video. So I can't really knock him for that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna let him cook. This
is where the Zoot Suit Rebellion was. White sailors and soldiers attacked Chicano youth. In 1943, they ripped their Zoot Suits right off their backs. But you better believe they fought back. And blacks and Filipinos were right there swinging with them. This is where the Watts Rebellion raged for 6 days. Since police want to harass black folk, in 1965, we caused $40 million in damage to the neighborhood and built Ujima Village, Martin Luther King Jr. Hospital, Charles Drew University, all in its ashes. They sent down 14,000 National Guard troops for that. This ain't our first rodeo. This is LA, home to one of the Black Panther Party's most active chapters. They created the first SWAT team in America to raid their office. They killed chapter leaders at UCLA. They didn't stop organizing. Many of them went underground. This is where the East LA walkouts happened. In 1968, thousands of students walked out of class for Chicano.
Yeah, boomers, doing what boomers did. Yeah.
Representation and education. Black study started at San Francisco State in 68, but Chicano study started at Cal State LA in 69. This is LA, where the American Indian Movement, AIM, occupied the Bureau of Indian Affairs in downtown. 1972, they demanded sovereignty, enforced treaties, their land back. Baby, this is LA, when the feds cut funding to AIDS programs. The queer community not only stepped in to take care of each other.
Yeah, let me go ahead with see. Contract that road. They don't know how violent so-called white people are or forgot, but let's see. They're gonna have a nigga, what the community say all the time, you're gonna have your nigga wake up call. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that what they say in the community?
They took direct action. Act Up, the AIDS Coalition to Unleash Power, stormed the Federal Drug Administration's LA office. Cause why is the FDA gonna keep delaying approvals for AIDS drugs while all these people out here dying? They shut down Wilshire Boulevard to protest healthcare and accessibility. They held die-ins and mass protests at Catholic churches, the CDC, and pharmaceutical giants. I mean, this is really LA. We've always been too much for the world. We have never backed out of a fight. The LA riots didn't happen for our health. They happened for our freedom. It's true we might not always get along, but we know how to protect one another. This is LA.
This is LA. This is LA. Shout out to LA though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my people in Inglewood, Compton, Watts, you know what I'm saying? South Central. Let's go ahead and oh yeah, I can't forget about Carson, Gardena, and all the rest of y'all in between. Let's go ahead and take a little bit.
Yes, Captain Raul Javel, Operations Central Bureau, Incident Commander. At least, this is very fluid and preliminary. At least 10 people arrested so far. There's arrests being made as we speak. About 3 officers injured. Unfortunately, very fortunate on very minor injuries, or I wouldn't say not minor, but they're not significant enough to be transported to a local hospital to retreat. So far, there's arrests being made as we speak. About 3 officers injured. Unfortunately, very fortunate on very minor injuries, or I wouldn't say not minor, but they're not significant enough to be transported to a local hospital to retreated at the scene. But we're making more arrests as we speak, and we're trying to get into that posture where we're able to make arrests. Right now, really, our officers are really under attack. If you can see, when the chief was talking about, we're trying to, first of all, ensure that our officers are safe and the public is safe. And then we'll move into, if we can arrest, we'll arrest, and then obviously protect the property and our vehicles and other things like that. But as of now, 10 arrests. So far.
Yeah, just 10, really. Why are you lying? Why y'all lying? Y'all probably ain't got nobody. Let's
We have breaking news now from the Pentagon. CNN can now report that roughly 500 Marines are being mobilized in response to the protests in Los Angeles.
And this is a significant escalation from President Trump, who had activated National Guard troops over the weekend without Governor Gavin Newsom's consent. In this new move, active duty military members are being deployed as a show of force against U.S. citizens. CNN's Natasha Bertrand is live for us at the Pentagon. Natasha, what are you learning?
Well, Brianna, this is something that Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth had previewed over the weekend. He said that if necessary, he would deploy the Marines to Los Angeles to help federal agents with handling the protests there. And it appears now that these Marines, according to our sources, they have been mobilized. These 500 Marines, a full Marine battalion based out of 29 Palms, California, which is just outside San Bernardino, about an hour away from Los Angeles. They have been mobilized and they are gearing up to go and help ICE agents as well as other federal officials deal with these protests in Los Angeles. Importantly, they're going to be bolstering as well the National Guard, guardsmen and women who have been activated in Los Angeles by President Trump. But as you said, it is a significant escalation of the president's use of the military as a show of force against these protesters. It's really not clear, you know, the last time Marines were deployed to help essentially with riot control, though it's unclear at this point just what their actual tasking will be. Typically, if they are deployed to these situations, it is expected that they will operate in much the same way that the National Guard does, doing things like perimeter security, maybe some crowd control. But the rules of engagement here, we are told, are still being finalized, and Defense Department lawyers are also looking at the kinds of rules of engagement these Marines will have as they encounter protesters possibly on the streets of Los Angeles. But again, this coming at a very, very tense moment with the governor of California suing the Trump administration over, of course, the deployment of the National Guard by President Trump against his will there in California.
And Natasha, during his
500, they got to send 500 of Marine troops over there, boy. Man.
Thunberg, and did she come up on your Greta? Do you have a message for Greta Thunberg, and did she come up on your call with the Prime Minister today?
Well, she's a strange person. She's a young, angry person. I don't know if it's real anger. It's hard to believe, actually.
Oh, there's another.
I saw what happened. She's certainly different. Anger management.
Wrong thing. Hold on. Let's see what other black folks are saying about
this. Is crazy, yo. I didn't think this was about to affect me like this. I can't handle this, y'all.
Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why is he crying?
This is crazy, yo. I didn't think this was about to affect me like this. But our neighbor's school, y'all know I work at a school. Fuck. Our neighboring school, I think it's Gratas, I don't know how to say it. It's Gratas or something like that. They were having their graduation. And there's helicopters in the sky. Most of these schools are... Fuck, yo. Most of these schools are predominantly Hispanic. Gratas, I believe elementary, was having their graduation. And all of a sudden, a bunch of parents have to run out because ISIS is there. This is the story that I'm hearing. And, you know, our school goes on lockdown. Our principal, you know, tells us it's a drill, but we know it's not a drill. And, you know, I had to come outside. It's my break. We kind of got like off of a soft lockdown. And, you know, parents had to run out because they don't have papers, and they had to leave their kids because the kids do. What type of shit is this, yo? And then kids are freaking grabbing teachers and crying on their leg because they don't know if they're about to see their parents when they get home. What the fuck is this? And we voted for this shit? Get home? What the fuck is this? Had to leave their kids because the kids do. What type of shit is this, yo? And then kids are freaking grabbing teachers and crying on their leg because they don't know if they're about to see their parents when they get home. What the fuck is this? And we voted for this shit?
Yes. I voted for this shit, and I'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? And also, man, fuck them kids. But hey, don't say nothing.
Don't ask. I said don't ask. I said don't ask. No question.
Yes, don't ask no question. But yes, I voted for this shit. Yes, I have. Again, if you ain't haven't noticed, this
is an American Douchebag Productions.
Damn right.
I don't understand why you insist on learning things the hard way, Trey, but you gonna learn. Oh yeah, you gonna learn.
Yeah, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn for real. Yeah. It's called the law. Like how did Nino said it in New Jack City? He said, "Yo, Tito, it's the law." Man, I swear these social justice warriors, boy.
15 people just got picked up on Wilshire at the Home Depot. On Wilshire. Yo. Man, oh my God. This is not. I can't.
Yeah, you are. You gonna take it. You gonna like it. You gonna like it, and you gonna love it. That's another. What's another?
Outliers that throw things and cause damage. How do you have outliers that throw things and cause damage? And so yes, the LAPD came in and they called it an unlawful assembly. I believe that the LAPD has this underhand, and they are very, very experienced in riot control. So this is something that they can handle. We do not have to have the National Guard here. We certainly do not have to have the Marines here. This is a
Sure, Miss Angelenos, don't you see what's on your screen? Don't you see the fires that's on this screen? They are burning. There are cop cars literally burning. And you say you don't need the National Guard.
something that they can handle. We do not have to have the National Guard here. We certainly do not have to have the Marines here.
Who do you need then? The Mossad soldiers? I mean, Universal soldiers? I mean, y'all need something.
This is a manufactured crisis.
Whoa.
And we do not. This is a manufactured crisis. It is a manufactured crisis.
Did she just let the quiet part out loud? Did she just say that? Hold on. Did y'all hear what I just heard? Hold on.
Manufactured crisis. And manufactured is a manufactured crisis.
Really? And y'all know what I be saying, right? Y'all know what I be saying, right?
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
They never lie, Chico. Look at her eyes. Again.
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
That was a little Freudian slip right there.
And we do not need the Insurrection Act, and that is an understatement.
And again, there's a distinction because in many cases where there's a natural disaster or there's civil unrest,
You have outlined.
And don't forget, this how they really feel about us, y'all.
Money for you. You working. No more money for you. Bye-bye. Go back across the No more money for you. No more money for you. It's lazy. You lazy.
You already said, right? He said what we said.
No more money for you. You work.
Yeah. This supposed to be the so-called coalition, right? Said, man, contract say I'm eating good, less compulsion, don't care. Competition. I know you meant to say competition. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. Right.
You're shooting us all because of the color of our skin. All because we have culture running us over. You're shooting us all because of the color of our skin.
I mean, join the club. I mean, I mean, it ain't first time. I mean, we all had to deal with the ass whooping, ass kicking of the modern day police. I mean, everybody gotta get their turn. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all turn. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
All because we have culture, we brought it here, and we are who we are, and we love it here, and we help people here. That's what we're known for. We help people, and yet we're getting terrorized. We're going through this. Our families are being our babies are literally being ripped from our hands. If someone could please tell me if there's something we can do to help our people. Please just imagine yourself in our situation. Imagine your people are being terrorized. They're being ran over. If you literally cannot have empathy for someone, I don't know what to tell you. You're an evil ass human being.
Really. I don't even think she really crying. You know, I don't really see no tears could really coming down her face. You know what I'm saying? The contractor asked, right? Yes, bitch, this is America. Yes. And I mean, I'll go ahead and I wish Black Graham was here. You know, just from the face up, I'll go ahead and give her like at least a 6, medium stank. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little that some of them authentic nachos and all the good shit. Yeah, man, we can make some work with her.
You need help and you need God. You have no heart, and hell, there's a special place in hell for you. Karma is real and God will take care of them.
You do know that karma is a Buddhist practice, and I mean,
this is so heartbreaking. I don't know what we could do to help. I feel so helpless. I just want to help with something. I just want this to end. I just want there to be peace like there was peace. I just want that. That's all I want for us.
That's all you want? You sure? You sure that's all y'all want? And not to take over? Yeah, let's go ahead over the TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over to TikTok. You know what I'm saying? See what the good people on TikTok are saying about this situation. You know, and make sure y'all subscribe to my TikTok page and my Twitter page. Let's go.
I genuinely hope they don't send 2-7, but if they do, just understand they are coming from the most unpleasant place in the Marine Corps. They're sending in pissed off Marines. They're already pissed. So they might send the Marines into the LA ICE protests. And let me tell you something. I hope that doesn't happen. I really do, man. Do you guys understand the Marines that they would send? They're Marines from 2nd Battalion, 7th Marines. You have any idea where that's at? That's in 29 Palms, California. You ever been out there? It's not the most pleasant place. Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are coming on here and you're going, oh man, you know, some of the Marines aren't going to listen. They're not going to follow orders. They're not going to go. Let me explain something really, really clearly to you. The overwhelming majority of those Marines will follow every single order that they're given. And that happens all the time anyways. I remember going to Iraq, Afghanistan, whatever the deployment is, you had Marines refuse to go. It happens all the time, actually, guys. I know you guys never hear of it, but it happens. Hell, I had a kid when we were in Afghanistan. He got in trouble for a negligent discharge because he pew-pewed himself in the foot so that he could get.
Damn, that's serious, bro. Yeah. At once upon a time, I did want to be a Marine because they, hey, it is what it is. Shout out to the Marines, shout out to all the branches of service, but really, shout out to the Navy and Marines, though. You know, it is what it is.
He gets sent home. I think it was like a 0331. I'm not just, you know, whatever. Shout out to my 31s out there. But let me tell you something, man. These guys are 20. It's hot in 29 Palms right now. It's hot. It's unpleasant. They would love to go to Los Angeles if for nothing else than to get out of that heat. They're out there raking the sand of a volleyball pit that never gets used in the hot sun every day. All right, they're picking up pebbles out of parking lots. They're painting rocks. They're out there doing gun drills every single day. Okay. And I know that there's a lot of people that got feelings about that. And then to top it all off, when I tell you that Marines bring a level of violence that your everyday average person does not understand, they don't understand it. You don't understand it. Marines, listen, I'm telling you, you're a regular civilian, you're out there protesting, you're throwing a flag down, and you're upset. I get it. And that's why I'm telling you, I hope they don't send the Marines. Because what the Marines are capable of, everybody knows, when you send the Marines in, we're not playing anymore. The games are over, it's over. Get in line or you will be put in line extremely promptly. Okay.
You promise? I mean, you really promise? That's a bold statement right there. I mean, you know what you should know me here in California, but LA, I mean, shit. I mean, yeah.
Okay, so I hope they don't send the Marines. I hope if you're seeing this, you know, you cut out all the weirdness, and if you want to protest. I get it. There's a lot of people that are upset, but like I said, what do you guys think? Drop a comment, man. Okay, so that's just, you know, what I think about it. I hope people can act right, and the federal agents, local, the civilians there can just start acting right. But drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I genuinely hope they don't send 2-7, but if they do, just
all right.
Community in the midst of chaos during the protests. This is new video showing restaurant workers helping sheriff's deputies in Compton. You can see some of the deputies sitting in the booths as workers help to flush their eyes, likely after getting hit with tear gas. After a short break, the deputies put their gas masks back on and headed back out to help contain the protests. Community in the midst of chaos during the protests. This is new video showing restaurant workers helping sheriff's deputies in Compton. You can see some of the
But they don't need the Marines, you know what I'm saying, or the national,
They're criminals. You all know that, right? They committed a crime, and they're being held accountable for that crime. And don't get me wrong, I have no problem with people coming to America illegally, overstaying their welcome. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. Do what you want to do, right? But we're not going to act like these people didn't commit a crime and they're just so innocent. Now, that's not to say that the government couldn't go about deportation a little differently, right? These ICE camps and all that is kind of on call for, and how they're purposely targeting brown folks, like, all that could be true, but they still commit a crime. Like, America has every right to deport them. I'm not sure what y'all aren't understanding. Like, they committed a crime, people. And then some of y'all are comparing ICE to the Klan. That's crazy. And then some of y'all are saying that black people shouldn't be on the side of deportation because we're black and blase, given all this historical context. Yeah, you must be talking about the Africans and the Caribbeans, because I'm Black American. My people were brought here involuntarily. You gotta be talking to people that came here voluntarily.
Message.
I don't know nothing about that. All right. You know, I hope people are reunited with their families. I hope they can come back to America legally. You know, I hope they get the American dream, but they committed a crime, people. They're criminals. Y'all know that, right? They committed a crime.
I mean, he ain't so not one lie, not one lie. I mean, they're criminals. Can we even say they are never mind. I ain't gonna say it on the platform trying to get monetized. You know what I'm saying? One trigger word too many already. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go.
A head of state openly calls.
Oh yeah, y'all heard about this right here? Did y'all hear about this? Did y'all hear about this right here?
For protests in the U.S. Absolutely unprecedented. Listen to what she has to say.
Nos vamos a movilizar porque no queremos que haya impuestos a las remesas de nuestros paisanos, de Estados Unidos a México.
Now here is the translation. Mexico's president-elect just said, if necessary, we'll mobilize. We don't want taxes on remittance from our fellow countrymen from the U.S. to Mexico. So essentially what she's saying is she only cares about the money that's being sent from America to Mexico because it hits her bottom dollar. Okay. The wild part is that for decades, Mexico's foreign policy has always been guided by the principle of non-intervention, respect for other nations' internal affairs. Now, Scheinbaum over here is threatened to organize, mobilization inside the U.S. She's breaking one of Mexico's most fundamental diplomatic doctrines. The real issue isn't about her caring for her people. It's about when Trump puts the 100% tax on all remittance leaving the U.S. for Central America. This cuts off all the reason why most illegals are here, and they will go back. But she doesn't care about her people. She cares about her bottom dollar. That is it, point blank. A head of state openly calls for
Man.
The last time that a president deployed the National Guard against the state governor's wishes was in 1965. President Lyndon B. Johnson deployed the National Guard in Alabama to protect civil rights protesters, even though the governor of Alabama, George Wallace, was a segregationist and he was against this. The last time a president has deployed the National Guard, period, was in 1992 by President George H.W. Bush in response to the outrage that followed the Rodney King trial as well as the death of Latasha Harlins in Los Angeles. Trump has deployed at least 300 National Guard troops to LA to, in his words, address the lawlessness, and what he's referring to is the protests that are in result to the ICE raids that are happening in LA. Despite the governor of California, Gavin Newsom's objections to this, as he said, and I quote, that the move was purposefully inflammatory will only escalate tensions, and that it has. Now, as someone...
How's it escalating tensions, though? Ain't they rioting? Ain't they causing a ruckus? Ain't they destroying property, you know what I'm saying, illegally? Let me go ahead, let it cook.
With the platform, I feel like it is my obligation to speak on what is happening, because just because it's happening in LA does not mean that it cannot travel to your environment. A lot of people are under the notion that, oh, well, it's not happening to me and it's not happening in my city, so therefore it doesn't affect me. But the thing is, this man has only been in office again for not even a full 6 months. And look at everything that has transpired since he's been in office. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, nowhere near LA, and ICE is authorized to enter Duval County Public Schools here in Jacksonville. They can go into the elementary schools and go and snatch up a first grader if they so feel like. What people...
All right. You mad? Why you mad for? Why you mad for? If they wasn't here illegally, they ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm just saying. Let me continue.
What people don't realize is that ICE cannot conduct things like traffic stops to try to find people to deport. What they do is they go into establishments, they go into businesses, they go into schools and go and pinpoint people. Let me see your documentation status. They're literally discriminating against people and stopping and frisking people based off their color. Black and brown people are not safe in this country. Look at what happened to Kilmar Abrigo Garcia. He was wrongfully sent to a maximum security prison in El Salvador. And when the Supreme Court ordered for him to come back, the president literally defied the Supreme Court orders. They ended up bringing Kilmar Abrigo Garcia back to the States. And when he came back to the States, you know what they did? They charged him with human trafficking. They dumped fake charges on this man to refuse to acknowledge the fact that they were wrong in sending him. This man is a husband, he's a father, but they do not care. ICE is targeting black and brown people at the orders of our commander-in-chief, who honestly works for us. His salary comes from our taxpayer money. And regardless how someone may feel about how the protesters are acting in California, the protesters are acting like that because they're angry. There are so many people that can't sleep peacefully at night because they're scared that ICE is going to come banging on their door, regardless if they're here legally or not. This is supposed to be the land of the free, and the president is making it the complete opposite. The last time
that social justice warrior B-Dub. Shout out to Jeremiah L. Shout out to the 313 Dash. My ex brother, my Twitter brother. You know what I'm saying? I see you out there. Fuck. They know how to defend everybody except for the black man, right? Dash had wrote, what about the black lady from South Carolina, Keisha, who was deleted by men? See. They do everything for everybody else except for their own.
So someone asked me, why was I upset about a black kid being called the N-word, but now I'm okay with Mexican mothers being taken away from their children? And my response to that is, I'm not okay with that. I think that they should all leave the country together if you really care about keeping families together. But just because you come into this country illegally and doesn't have a kid doesn't mean that you get a jail out of free card. That's not how it works. There's still consequences to coming into the country illegally, and you knew that very much when you came in here. Second of all, I'm not upset just because it's a Mexican mother. I don't care if it's a Mexican mother, a white mother, or Asian mother. If you come into this country illegally, you're going to get deported, and you should. Now, I'm not saying there shouldn't be certain exceptions. I understand and have compassion for, maybe. But at the end of the day, you are not entitled to stay in the country if you came in illegally. And so I guess to sum it up in simple terms, racism is bad. But law enforcement and officers doing their job, that's good. We need law enforcement. Hope this helps.
Fuck you guys. Fuck all your bitches. Te voy a ver pronto, pa, te lo prometo. Te voy a ver pronto, pa. ¿Es tu papá? Es mi papá y se lo llevaron. ¡Eres una puta de verga! ¡Que se les venga la verga! ¡Que se vayan del infierno, hijo de puta!
Don't ask. I said, don't ask. I said, don't ask. No question.
So someone asked me, why was I upset about a black kid being called the N-word?
Black people in LA, don't get in that mess. Please do not get in that mess what's going on in LA. Y'all stay in the house. Y'all get what y'all need to get and sit back and watch, okay? This is their turn. This is their turn to get their butt kicked out there. It's their turn to get deported. It's their turn to go to jail. It's their turn to get gaffled up. Don't let them Democrat people out there trick y'all into going out there and protecting people that will not protect you. Okay? I know they're going to get out there, hey, black people, we need your help, you know. This is a civil rights issue, even though we came over here legally, but still, this is a civil rights issue. No, it's not y'all issue. Anytime that we go through stuff on this country, them same people will say, pick yourself up by the bootstrap. Why y'all always blaming the white man? Why y'all always talking about racism all the time? Why y'all are not oppressed? I crossed the border in the Rio Grande River with nothing in my pocket, and look at me. Now, let them figure that out. Let them figure it out, man. We ain't got to put the cape on these people at all. Don't say these folks. Don't get your ass out there and get gaffled up by them people. The National Guard is not looking for you. They looking for them other folks, okay? So this is what y'all do, LA. Y'all sit back, chill, sit in your house, have a little barbecue, do your little, your little thing y'all be doing out there on the West Coast. You know what I mean? Please do not let them people, them politicians, boost y'all head up and try to make it seem like their fight is our fight. Their fight is not our fight. They never fought for us. We should not fight for them. Tell them hallelujah. Tell them hallelujah to help them out. I love y'all, LA. Y'all be safe out there.
Man, this man said hallelujah. My man said hallelujah. Bro. How y'all doing so far tonight, man? You know what I'm saying?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
If so, again,
like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want you to donate, you can sock it to my pocket at Cash App $MISTRO070. And you can hit my email if you want to go ahead and support the content.
Yeah, man, this ain't our fight, y'all. You heard what he said. You heard what she said. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Let's continue.
All right, so boom. So my people out LA, they out there, they just protesting ICE. They ain't doing nothing like wild, no type crazy, nothing like that. They just protesting ICE, holding signs, speaking facts, doing their thing. They ain't hurt nothing. So the cops, they pop out of nowhere, just throwing tear gas and rubber bullets, just like wilding, like OD unnecessary stuff for no reason. So boom, out of nowhere, Trump just like pulled up, like he sent like 2,000 of his biggest steppers out to California, like no text, no heads up, no messages, nothing. Just showed up like I'm the king of the hood, I'm upping it. So Governor Newsom and Mayor Bass, they was mad tight about that. Like anybody would be like bro, like it was like, yo, we don't do that out in California, cuz. And so they was like, yo, you gonna have to like run us some money. Now the streets is lit, like everybody out there just popping and shit, folks getting locked up, like chaos is everywhere. Now, but real talk, Trump out here flexing military muscle like he trying to pull a takeover or something. Like it's giving like season finale of like Snowfall type of vibes. He's trying to like take over their blocks and it's wild. Like I just need y'all to like keep your eyes peeled, stay safe, stay dangerous, stay cautious. I'm out.
From a black man's point of view, hold on. Let's go back in time real quick. Let's go back in time, back in the day.
What would make it better? What would make all the rioting stop?
I don't think it'll ever stop, really.
Never.
I mean, it may not be like this, but it'll never stop. I don't think.
The McCone Commission sought to answer questions about Watts. Can it happen again? So serious and explosive is the situation, says the commission, that unless it is checked, the August riots may be only a curtain raiser to what could blow up one day in the future. What shall it avail our nation if we can place a man on the moon but cannot cure the sickness in our cities? This is Bill Stout for CBS Reports in Los Angeles. Good night.
Yeah, the 1965 Watts riots, man.
It was the most widespread, most destructive racial violence in American history. White people driving through the riot area were considered fair game, whether young or old, men or women. Their cars were battered, the drivers stoned, kicked, and beaten, and the cars were burned. The mobs might groan and curse in disappointment when a white got away, and then cheer like a football crowd when a car went up in flames. The burning and looting, the shooting and beating went on for nearly a week. It began.
Say, get the white man, get the white man. Oh, don't forget about my Yeah. I remember that 6 years old. My sister was in Chicago on the news. I was like, hey. Yeah. This ain't the first time that the military, the National Guard, had to go ahead and take care of LA. Look at that.
I never thought I'd do this in my Marine Corps career, never. I mean, protecting American soil from Americans themselves. It's just funny being...
I went up and down Florence Avenue and on a corner of Normandy and Florence. And I just really kept my camera going most of the time. Asked me, well, why didn't you help this man? He had at least 8 people around him. Now, what could I do? You know what I'm saying? I would have been on that ground too. I basically just stayed out of the way. What I wanted to do and why I was over there was to document what was going on.
I remember the night that the riots broke out. It was a Wednesday night. As we pulled up to Carlos's house, I remember it was dark. And his daughter came. His daughter Mona, his older daughter, came running out. She said that the city was burning. LA City was on fire and people were fighting everywhere. And we kind of thought, yeah, right. We went in and. Gosh, I just couldn't believe what I saw on the TV. She was right. The city of LA was burning. So as we're approaching the city, we're coming into Los Angeles, you start to smell the smoke. You could see the fires.
Wow.
And I started to worry then. I started to get a bit concerned about my children. And I remember asking him, I said, if we don't know what's going to happen during this time. If anything happens to me, promise me you'll take care of the kids.
We got called out that next morning, thinking that it was all over. And we went right into a hornet's nest. It's something I never would have.
I went up and down.
Man.
This is the time for America to look how they look at minorities.
Let's see what Tupac.
This is the time for America to look how they look at minorities. It's time for either you live or you die by your stereotypes. Either you live or you die by your ignorance. Either we change or we all fall. This is the time for America.
Young pepper, cuss, bust, kicking up dust is a must. I can't trust a cracker in a blue uniform.
Yeah, let me go and turn that music down. I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. But yeah, y'all see how it was going down back in LA during the riots. And it's kind of lightweight what they're doing right now. Shit. I don't see that many cars burning. Yeah, people wilding, but yeah. Not that many cop cars blowing up. See, we done our part, black folks. We ain't gotta do no more. We ain't gotta do no more. We already done our part. We already did our taste of destruction.
Young pepper.
I saw a lot of these carts, these orange carts, that they were using to block the road, but you can totally tell that there was a fresh fire here.
It's crazy. I think it's the right way to go. We gotta restrain ourselves a little bit more and find the information and the facts, not just go off feelings. And they had 108, they caught 118 people. All this damage for 100, and I want everybody to listen to this. For 118 people, you guys, now 118 people, there were like 5-6 gang members, violent gang members with warrants already, human traffickers, drug traffickers. This is who we're protecting?
I know.
This is the damage and destruction that we're doing to our cities, you guys?
I don't mean to laugh, it's just,
but
it's ridiculous.
Right? You gotta be smarter than that. City, can you at least, Karen Bass, can you at least send the city to start cleaning these so-called this ain't protesters, dude. These are just vandals. You know, look.
He said they are vandals. You think what the hell Karen Bass gonna do? What the hell y'all mayor gonna do? She ain't gonna do shit. That's that bitch ain't gonna do shit.
Of milk,
yeah, wait,
to wash out their eyes for the pepper spray. That's what that
Brother
is. When you
G3,
see the
what it do,
gallons
baby?
on the street, look, there's like 4 or 5 gallons on the floor with water. That's what the protesters use to wash out all the pepper spray, the gas in their eyes.
Look at also all of these small businesses.
Yeah, exactly. All
Very
Hispanic.
sad. Hispanic businesses that they're screwing with.
Now, how much hundreds of dollars they gotta paint this again? I'm in. Okay, see, so her business was fair, but look, you know, she's cleaned up her area. You see, she's coughing. That's from the aftermath of all the pepper.
Oh, is it?
Eggs.
I
Yeah.
thought that I was talking too much and I was losing my voice.
See all those white stains. Look, these little red ones.
Oh
look.
God.
Yeah, that's
Let's
what's
stay
making
away
you
from
cough. Get all the pepper balls. You guys, look at this. All the pepper balls. Look.
That was from the police?
Yes. Look, that's a good one. Look, the brand new.
Oh my gosh. And so if you like smash that, you'll.
Man. Even so the Latinos having Latino fatigue with amongst their own, huh? That's ironic. We gonna come back to TikTok, but let's go right back to X real quick. Let's try to take a look, see what we had done for them lately though. We had did something. Brother Z3 says, man, welcome to the U.S. Did they forget how America stole land from them and turned them into states? I mean, It is what it is. People steal from each other all the time. I mean, let's take a look, see what's going on. Right,
You guys, they're looting. Can I get a new pair of shoes too? I'm not doing shit.
3 years later.
No, grab me a shirt. No, I'm just kidding. Man, let me just get a shirt up in here, dog. I'll watch your bike. Yeah, I got you, bro. Hey, whoa, bike.
Good thing they got insurance, right? Good thing they got insurance, right?
He said, I need all that. What the fuck? He's got lockers, Jordans. Bro, they're wild the fuck out here. The guys go to the cash register.
Yeah, boys! I never know.
That's enough of that. You know what I'm saying? See, we helping y'all. We doing our part. Like this. They call this an insurrection. They call this a protest. Irony. So the Democrats, let's go back to the original what's the name. So y'all do know this is Democrats' fault, right? Y'all do know this is the Democrats' fault, right? On top, this is what they call the insurrection over 5-6 years ago. This was an insurrection, but yet they call this right here at the bottom a peaceful protest. Right here. Hold on, let me play that again.
Call you later. Call you later.
Oh, right here. Let's go ahead and look at this. Now, do y'all believe in conspiracies? And shout out to SB. Welcome to the Ozone. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know if you're a man or woman. So SB has wrote, "Way to go, Mr. President Donald J. Trump. Looking out for us. Love. Thanks, ICE. Thanks, National Guard for Yep, US." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But do y'all believe in conspiracies? I mean, we can't really call them theories no more. Can we just confirm them now? Can we be conspiracy confirmers over here at the Ozone like myself? What y'all see on your screen right here, I believe, are center blocks or some type of blocking mechanism. Let's take a look. See. Just so happened to be right there, right? Yeah, dropping off ordinance for the rioters. Right.
Hey, they're going to shoot by the trees. They're going to shoot by the trees. Which means that you must leave the area. I just subscribe. If you remain in the area to subscribe, you will be in violation of Penal Code Section 409. Leave the area now. Straight up. Watch out. Shut up. Watch out the tree.
They're gonna throw them towards the trees. Everybody seems to be gathering over there. They're gonna throw them towards the trees. La van a aventar allá atrás donde están los árboles. Okay, sí, told you. Les dije. Pero esos cabrones, ¿no? Mira.
Dang. Yeah, they running too. Shit.
Comenten, I love Sister Shop.
It's just, it's so wild keeping track of both of these scenes.
This is a rough thing.
But they don't need the national. But they don't need the National Guard or Marines, right?
This is all outside of a federal building. That officer holding her eye. A person seemingly being detained.
One woman, hands behind her back, being detained by officers. It's just, it's so wild.
Burn, baby, burn. How's that going? Yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. Y'all see the flag, right? They don't, that's not a U.S. flag. That's not a U.S. flag. So taxpayers in California, did y'all pay for this? Because y'all keep on asking us, other people, did we vote for this? I want to know, did y'all pay for this? That's the question. Get y'all water, right? Get y'all water. Y'all need some water right there, like y'all need some milk. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Let's get some more content. Like a war zone. This is going on in LA right now, y'all. Like, fuck you!
What are you going to do? You going to shoot some kid who's afraid of you and run? You going to shoot an elected official? If you shoot me, you better shoot straight.
Is that Maxine Waters?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. What are you going to do? You going to shoot some kid who's afraid of you and run? You going to shoot an elected official? If you
I mean, technically, is she really an elected official? I mean, she have been saying a lot of treasonous things over the years. I mean,
you better shoot straight. You gonna shoot an elected official? If you shoot me, you better shoot straight. Shoot straight. Shoot me, you better shoot straight. Shoot me, you better shoot straight. If you shoot me, you better shoot straight.
I don't think that would be a problem for trained Marines, Miss Maxine Waters. Yeah, that's Maxine Waters' voice in the background, basically trying to taunt the armed forces, that she's supposed to support. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and she had the nerve to say, "You're gonna shoot at her, you better shoot straight." I don't think that would be no problem, Miss Waters.
I don't know why you're in my city. You did
Look at her. You know I gotta do it, y'all. Y'all know I gotta do it.
She can sing. She got spunk.
She can talk to anybody. She can stand up and be noticed. But what you got? You're ugly, you're skinny, you're shallow. She can sing. She got spunk. She can talk to anybody. She can stand up and be noticed. But what you got?
Bro. Man, Maxine Waters looked like Preacher Paulie right here when Eddie Murphy played in Vampire in Brooklyn. Talking about evil. Evil is good. Face having ass. Like, come on, Cletus.
The governor was not contacted. This is Trump and his outrageous attempt to not only target
Hold on, man. Hold on.
elected official. If you shoot me, you better shoot straight.
Man, I will. That would have been so tempting right there. I've been like, permission. Can I please have permission? I was shooting the pinky toe like they did at Della Reese and Harlem Nights. That's all.
I don't know why you're in my city. You did.
Your city? I thought that was Karen Bass City. That's your city, Maxine? So you taking full responsibility to all this shenanigans and chicanery that's going on in your city, right? Right.
The governor was not contacted. This is Trump.
That means the president overrides the damn governor. The governor is a prima donna. The mayor, the fucking mayor, Karen Bass. Oh Lord, you talking about a tag team, and you want to be on the third wheel? Shit, I'll stay my ass in Illinois because California, LA, shit.
And his outrageous attempt to not only target our sanctuary city, but to frighten us and intimidate us. This is wrong, and I hope that none of you will use those guns to shoot anybody. What? There's no reason to shoot anybody. What? Don't allow them to make your service in a service where you're killing people. Don't do it. Defy them. Don't shoot those guns for anything. Thank you.
Man, you know what? I starting to see her and Reverend Al Sharpton look more and more like as they get older, man. You know, they start looking more and more like as they get older. So you take responsibility for this, right? Bang. They is shooting out there shooting fireworks. They're playing with popcorn. Look at this.
Their squad cars from North Hollywood Division. Their squad cars from North Hollywood Division.
Look at this.
Their squad cars from.
Oh, Dale's. They doing it right in Dale's Donuts. Y'all just gonna let them just come up to y'all neighborhood and just take over South Central staple, huh? Look at this shit. That's not an American flag that's doing this. No. Calling it a peaceful protest, man. Gone. Yeah, look at Karen back. Look, this day mayor right here from like 2016. Yeah. Look at this shit. Yeah. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about 1-6 and Park resurrection too, y'all. Let's go back to TikTok real quick. You know what I'm saying? We still got some more work to do on TikTok. Man, let me go ahead and check to see if y'all get any cash apps. You know what I'm saying? See if y'all been entertained. Did y'all go ahead and just simply set the $2 donation won't hurt. You know what I'm saying? Your cash app, Venmo, Zelle. You know what I'm saying? SoFi. You know what I'm saying? Mr. O Pockets is hurt. You know what I'm saying? Probably need shoe money. You know? Hold on. Yeah. We almost up out of here. I'm about to go ahead and stopping the show in a few. Let's go.
With the protests happening in LA right now, I've seen so many people talking about the 1992 LA riots, and specifically saying that all Latinos did during those riots was loot. And not only is that inaccurate, but it's perpetrating the same white supremacy rhetoric. More than 50% of riot participation arrests were Latino. The main reasons being for civil unrest and breaking curfew, not for looting. Not to say that they didn't loot, but they
So I mean, what you do then? What y'all stood right by and say, y'all go, y'all, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep on destroying your neighborhoods and destroying your businesses, but we support, yeah. You see how she was try to lie right there? Hold on, man. What find a little sexy ass.
50% of riot participation arrests were Latino. The main reasons being for civil unrest and breaking curfew, not for looting. Not to say that they didn't loot, but they were not the main ones that solely and primarily looted. Not to mention that they also owned a large majority of the businesses that got looted.
Oh, really? So that means that y'all get most of the money out of us in our neighborhood. So in retrospect, you kind of upset that we kind of did destroy them damn businesses in hindsight, right? Just saying. Damn thing want to stay lit right.
And were a third of those that got killed. This includes Arturo Carlos Miranda, who was driving home and got shot, Eduardo Canedo, who got shot when his car broke down, Franklin Antonio Benavides, who got shot by police, Mark Garcia, who was 15 and also got shot, Hector Rivas Castro, who was shot by a National Guardsman. The list goes on. This whole conversation happening right now about that is literally just a regurgitation of what newspapers were doing back then and saying to try and undermine Black people, Koreans, and Latinos in an effort to divide and distract from the actual problem. With the protests happening in LA
Yeah. I know you with your little spine, little brown. Hey, I want to improve the Black and brown relations. You know what I'm saying? Make us a little niggalito baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that,
What's up, guys? Just want to come on here and just let you guys know how sad I am on what's going on. I have no words, but what I do want to say is there's all these people talking shit about people in downtown right now waving their Mexican flags or Salvadorian flags or any type of flags, and they're saying, why don't you go do that at your country? Why don't you go, you know, you're backing up your country. Why don't you go to Mexico? Or, you know, go do that in Mexico or whatever. What about the people waving the Trump flag in Rodeo Drive? You guys want to support your president, right? Why don't you take your Trump flag and go to downtown LA right now? Why don't you go do that? Because those people are supporting what they stand for, right? So you stand for your president and you stand for whatever the fuck it is that he's doing. So go take your little Trump flag and go wave it in downtown LA. Do I hear crickets? I want to see how big badass you guys are, and why don't you guys go do that?
I mean, they can. I mean, they probably would. I mean, you making a little threat.
Sorry, I'm just so mad, but it's really sad. I'm here because my parents did what they did to be in this country, and they're not criminals. They don't have 1 ounce in their body of a criminal.
So why are you mad about the protest by illegal criminals being in this country that's getting deported? Something don't sound right.
And you know, seeing everything that I'm seeing, it just breaks my heart and soul. And those that support it, I don't even know where your heart is, because there's no words. No words. Any of my friends that support that shit, like in the beginning, you were a Trump supporter, whatever. I mean, that's on you. But you supporting this, you're dead to me.
Oh, well.
Completely dead to me. Stay safe, everybody. If you need somewhere to go, just give me a call, give me a text. Whatever you guys need, I'm here.
To protect the public and keep people safe. And again, you know, when we talk about I just want to talk a little bit about some of the arrests that were made. So DHS, they released information this afternoon about on 11 of the people who were arrested during ICE's operations during this week. And they described these people as some of the worst illegal criminal aliens. They're from all over the world, these 11 people. We're talking about Ecuador, I think Peru. They're saying that, you know, these people, their criminal histories include sexual battery, child abuse, second-degree murder. Those are the kinds of people that ICE have been getting off the streets during their immigration enforcement operations. And yet you have these protesters out here who are upset about it. They want everybody released. And again, the Trump administration reiterating that is not going to happen. But again, live look out here. It seems okay right now, but again, things can change in a moment's notice.
Look at all that. Look at all that. You know what I'm saying? Again, they wasn't just rounding up so-called innocent legal people in their homes and people at their school children. No. They was rounding up criminals, straight up criminals. You know what I'm saying? Left from some left from their own prisons and from their own home country to come over here, and some partake in the same criminal matters that they was doing over their homeland over here, funded by your Democrat and taxpayers.
Back to you.
Well, Christina, it's Guy Benson, and just for the viewers, it's almost impossible for our camera people to pan this crowd without showing some profanity that they've spray painted somewhere. So we apologize for that, but it is a reflection of who these people are with their foreign flags and their masks as they attack law enforcement officers live in broad daylight. Christina, my question to you is, this is how they're behaving now in broad daylight. What's the concern about after dusk when the sun goes down? Often the worst elements get more violent at night, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a great point. You know, with lots of protests and demonstrations and riots, you have opportunists who don't even care about really what's going on. You see them running into stores and running out with jeeps and things like that. We haven't seen that yet. Hopefully we don't. But that's definitely a criminal element that a lot of people are concerned about because, you know, as you said, hundreds of people are out here. And you have people, waving around, you know, Palestinian flags and just different things like that. You're like, what are you out here protesting? Either way, violence is not acceptable with these law enforcement agents, and we're just not sure what we could see tonight. This is the third day of this. Just before you guys came on live to me, there were rubber bullets being deployed. And interesting to note, when law enforcement takes action like that, some of these protesters or rioters, rather, they get fired up. They're like, "Let's go! Yeah. Here's law enforcement ready to go." It's like they want to fight. And so it's definitely concerning, especially as it gets later in the evening.
Christina, it's Alicia, and just one thing, we hope that you and Andy Anderson are staying safe. Andy, folks should know, fantastic Fox News photographer out there, one of the best we have. But what I'm curious about is when you were giving us your report earlier, and you had the federal building behind you, and then all of a sudden you guys had to turn because there was activity behind you. Is there a sense that there are protesters and people coming in from all sides?
ChatGPT, can I make money on Airbnb with?
Yeah. Do I got any more?
It's June 9th, 2025, and it's been now 3 days since the LA ICE agents riot. It's June 9th, 2025, and it's been now 3 days since the LA ICE agents riots started, if you want to call them riots. What was initially supposed to be a peaceful protest quickly escalated into a riot full of tear gas, rubber bullets, and even setting cars on fire. How did we get here? How did things escalate so quickly? Well, the media wants you to think that what happened was that there was a protest that got so out of pocket, so riled up that they needed to bring in, what are they called? The Coast Guard? No, basically they were trying to say that they came in to...
They're so pretty, but be so down. It's National Guard, sweetheart. I mean, accept the rain. Yeah. What I say? What do I be saying, y'all? What do I be saying? What do I be saying, y'all? What do I be saying?
The ice, Chico. They never lied.
Yep, Seth and Rain knows, but she spent facts though so far. Let her cook.
To protect the people from these riots that were happening because of brown people. But the reality is they came in as a fear tactic. They wanted to come to LA to use it as an example of what happens when you resist ICE. And here's the thing, they're not doing shit to protect people. If anything, they're just firing rubber bullets at random people.
The LAPD moving in on horseback, firing rubber bullets at protesters, moving them on through the heart of LA.
It's time we stop thinking that this is the fault of the...
Hold on, I gotta see that again.
It's time we stop thinking that this is the fault of the immigrants, this is the fault of Venezuelans, Mexican, Cubans, because it's not. We cannot forget that this is decades of rage in the fact that we were deported by the millions in the 1950s. We were of rage in the making. It's not. We cannot forget that this is decades of rage in the making. From the fact that we were deported by the millions in the 1950s to way back in the 1930s when we were sprayed with the same chemicals that were used in 1930s Germany showers. Also where the term dirty Mexican came from. Don't just focus on the riots. Remember all the rage these people, my people, have been holding in. It's June.
Rick, unrest in Southern California continues tonight with more clashes between protesters and federal agents and deputies and police over expanding immigration operations. Take a look at the scene behind me. This intersection here in Compton has been the scene of several street takeovers, so it is a hotspot for activity. We've seen continual fireworks going off. The police chopper is overhead. Now President Trump says he is sending the National Guard to this region.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the DeMarco Effect. We get the full effect of me. This is the one thing I want to say, and I don't think I have to mention this anymore than I have to. Okay? Why the hell do people get mad at our country and our president for saying that people that aren't here legally shouldn't be here, so they should be sent back to where they got to go?
That's it. I mean, that's it. What other country can you, as an American individual, especially American man, especially American black man, if you ain't got no type of business coming over there, you just want to come over there for a so-called sanctuary and all that other stuff, how welcome them are they really going to be? Exactly.
Okay, and another thing, why do these people that so-called want to represent Mexico so bad, wave their flags when they don't want to leave the United States. Because I always tell people, if your home was so good and so great, why the fuck don't you go back to it? And that's the truth.
I mean, that's it.
Okay? There's more that we have to unpack with this. And I don't think I can show y'all a video because I don't think it's good for YouTube, but I'll explain it a little later.
Last night we were in downtown Los Angeles, as many viewers may remember. Earlier today we were in Paramount, now Compton, all volatile locations. Chaos and calamity rocked Paramount Saturday on the second day of demonstrations against federal immigration operations in Southern California. KTLA was on the ground and in the air, capturing the explosive environment. The mayor of Paramount says tension escalated after U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, and other federal agents were apparently staging at or near a local Home Depot center.
And ICE is here, terrorizing.
They know where to go to. They went to the Lowe's and the Home Depot, so they already know where to go to.
The community.
Throngs of protesters gathered in the industrial area, sparking more clashes between law enforcement and members of the community. Crowds taunted authorities, with some people going so far as to block a U.S. Marshals Service bus.
And then I'm pretty sure y'all seen the video. There was people that was blocking the freeways. I call them expressways, but they was blocking the freeways for people to get to work. Right? So can you imagine that? So you trying to get to work, but you got people trying to block you because they want to protest.
Rick, unrest in Southern California.
Yep, man. That's gonna get your ass ran the fuck over. You know what I'm saying? Make me late for work. You know, they dog my pay and all that good stuff. We's gonna have a problem. Do I got any more? I think I got a couple more. I think I got a couple more. That was it. Hold on. No, that can't be it. That can't be it. That can't be it. That can't be it. One more.
What's happening in LA right now is absolutely dystopian and horrific. Let's talk about it. I am born and raised in LA. I love LA. I've been an LA girl my entire life, and that city is literally all immigrants. Oldest street in Los Angeles is Olvera Street. It's a Mexican marketplace that was created in 1781, quite literally the first street in LA. These people aren't just part of our community, they are the community of LA. The people that work beside us, the people that are our neighbors, our friends, the people that I grew up with. So what makes these raids so horrific is people are literally coming into these places and snatching people. Can you imagine living with that type of fear that you can't go to your kid's graduation or go to the grocery store?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And I wonder why she got the BET Awards and what's the name? I thought she was gonna talk more about that. I mean, yeah, I think I got. Oh well.
Or in fear that there will be a raid that you are not aware of and might be snatched because you haven't done the proper paperwork. What makes it so dystopian is it's also BET weekend this weekend, and there are events going on all over the city. Not only for the BET Awards, which are tomorrow, but also the Nike After Dark Marathon. So LA is continuing to hustle and bustle with doji performances and celebrities all in town for the BET Awards, while there are literally protests.
Are you blaming black people for the situation, Miga? Are you trying to say just because the BET Awards is in town this weekend that it's taken away from the attention from the little riots that y'all want to cause?
Closing down the 101. It doesn't really feel real that I am like doing work stuff for the BET Awards while also hearing protests and helicopters and ICE raids outside my window.
Welcome to America, sweetheart. Welcome to America. And I think I ran out of clips and came to the end of the show. That was quick. That was smooth. That was great. Man. Had a good show tonight. What's up?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
If so, you know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for stopping by. If y'all have any more topics that y'all want me to go ahead and cover, you know what I'm saying? That talk about the SYSBM culture, boss life culture, these simping ass niggas, these 304s out here, you know, the dating landscape, politics. Even might talk about sports in the near future, street shit, you know what I'm saying, street gang culture here in the city of Chicago. You can go ahead and
Don't you want your donuts right? Oh, hey, don't you ever fuck with me, boy. Do you know me now? I'm a bad man.
yeah, man, we about to go and get up out of here, you know what I'm saying? On y'all way out, can y'all please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to choose to donate, you can sock it to my pocket at Cash App, $MISTERO070. And you can hit my email if you want to go ahead and support the content. All right, one more time, but you know what I'm saying? See, I got any donations, you know what I'm saying? See, I got any donations? Nope. No. And no. All right. Well, hopefully next time, hopefully y'all go ahead and donate after the stream or probably next stream or what have you, you know what I'm saying? Again, it's your man, Mr. O with the info. Give me what you need to know. But you ain't here for me though. And again, this
is an American Douchebag Productions.
And I'm out. Peace.
Mr. O with the info.